Dear students, in this session we will discuss upon memory unit. As you know, we have two type of memories, primary memory and secondary memory. Let us first discuss primary memory. And primary memory itself is divided in two ways, RAM and ROM. RAM I mean random access memory, ROM which is read only memory. So, first the primary memory is also called main memory or internal memory. It is immediate access memory that stores the unprocessed and processed data as well as the program instructions. The function of primary memory is to hold the operating system instructions when boot the computer. Boot I mean after starting the computer. It holds the copy of programming instructions and data which is currently needed. It stores the result temporarily which is generated after processing until it is transferred to corresponding output device. So, as immediately I told you that RAM and ROM, there are two types of primary memory. Now, RAM, it is identical to core memory in function and is a read write memory. Data can be stored in RAM by addressing one RAM cell. The data and instructions fed in it via the input devices and stored in RAM, so it may called as user's memory. RAM instructions are temporary in nature and are present only for the time that the program is being used. RAM instructions can be updated. Its capacity is measured in kilobyte, megabyte or gigabyte, or nowadays in terabyte also. There are two types of RAM. One is called static RAM, in short we say SRAM. It retains stored information till computer is under working, and another one which is dynamic RAM, in short DRAM. It loses its stored information in a very short span of time even though computer is working. The another part of the primary memory which is ROM, read only memory. The stored elements in the ROM are not available to the user. These elements contain certain pre-coded instructions which are used by computer. These storage locations are only read and cannot be erased or changed. Now, certain ROM chips are available which can be changed. PROM, that is programmable read only memory, or in short we say programmable ROM. These ROMs may be programmed once, after which they becomes permanent. EPROM, erasable programmable read only memory. These ROMs can be erased by a special and elaborate process of exposing it to ultraviolet rays. EEPROM, electronically erasable programmable read only memory. These ROMs can be erased electronically. The another part of primary memory is cache memory. Some computers contain memory chips which are faster than main memory. The cache memory is used to store operating instructions and data that are likely to be needed next to instructions and are frequently required. this increases the speed of processing. So, cache memory chip is a static memory chip and always located in between processor and RAM. Cache size varies from 64 kilobyte to 32 megabyte. So, although the primary memory constitutes RAM or ROM, but cache memory is also part of the primary memory, which enhances the speed of the availability of cache memory increases the speed of primary memory. Now, take a look in between RAM and ROM. RAM instructions are temporary in nature, whereas ROM instructions are permanent in nature. In RAM, instructions can be read and write from the memory, whereas in ROM, instructions can be only read from memory. In RAM, instructions can be updated like addition, modification or even deletion by user itself, whereas in ROM it is not permitted by user. So, user can't update any instruction of ROM. RAM is volatile, whereas ROM is non-volatile, permanent. So, now you have well understood that how RAM differs from ROM or ROM differs from RAM. Now, come to the secondary memory, which is a permanent memory. Secondary memory consists of secondary storage devices and are used to store data and instructions permanently. They are also used in most computer systems to supplement the limited storage capacity of random access memory, RAM. Secondary storage devices can be in direct connection with the process. They accept data and or program instructions from processor, retain them and then return them to processor as required to complete a processing task. There are two types of secondary storage devices. One is direct access storage device, DSAD, disk drives where data is stored on circular disks made of magnetizable materials are DSAD, mean direct access storage device. Example, magnetic disks, optical disk drives, etc. The another one, that is sequential access storage drive, sequential access, SASD, sequential access storage device. Tape drives where data is stored on tape mode of magnetizable materials are example. So, magnetic tape and magnetic disk. Magnetic tapes are used where sequential processing and accessing is required. Data is stored as tiny spot on the magnetizable material that coats one side of a plastic tape, whereas on magnetic disks, which are round platters created with a magnetizable recording materials. These can be different sizes of storage capacities. The disks are made of rigid materials or flexible plastic materials. The hard disk which be inside the computer system, which are of rigid materials, and the flexible plastic material like floppy disk, compact disk, etc. So, in secondary memory category, we use various types of disks. The number one, that is hard disk, which a hard disk consists of several platters mounted on a spindle. This unit is of multiple disks is made to rotate at a speed of 3000 RPM. RPM I mean revolution per minute and more. When multiple disks are packaged together, a number of read-write head are used to write or retrieve data. The heads fly on a cushion of the air above the surface as they access the disks. Hard disks are of two types: fixed disks, that is Winchester disk, and removable disks, which are disk pack. The another disk, that is floppy disk, nowadays it has become obsolete. The flexible disks are the most popular secondary storage medium used in the microcomputers. The floppy disk is made to rotate at a speed of 300 revolution per minute and more. The read-write head is in contact with the spinning disk. Nowadays, it has been gone. The optical disks. An optical disk, the data is recorded by burning a permanent pattern onto the surface of the disk by means of a high precision laser beam. Data is read by using the laser at a lower intensity. Optical disks have a very large storage capacity and are also reliable than magnetic disks. Its example is CD-ROM. CD I mean compact disk read only memory, whose capacity starts from 600 MB. The another one in this category, that is magneto-optical disk, a rewritable optical disk that is used in combination with magnetic technology. Magneto-optical disks are capable of up to 1,000,000 rewrites, not single or 100 or 1000, up to millions. It is faster than previous CD read writes and DVD I mean digital versatile disk RAMs. The most popular and familiar and up to date secondary storage, portable secondary storage is pen drive. Guys, I hope you all are using it. So, a pen drive is a portable universal serial bus USB flash memory device for storing and transferring audio, video and data files from a computer as long as the computer has a USB port, and the pen drive is compatible with the operating system. It makes easy to move the data from one computer to another computer. Its other names are flash drive, jump drive and thumb drive too. Use of pen drive is so simple. The user, I mean we just insert one end of the drive, which is equipped with the USB connector, into a USB port of a computer and get activated. Once the pen drive is active, files can be dragged and dropped or copied and pasted in memory. So, this is all about our memory system of the computer. So, thank you.